Hi YouTube, welcome back to another video from Wtf Rc Cars. So I'm going to show you how to connect this to the Assistant V3. I'm going to show you how to back up your model memories and check to see if there's updates, and also I'll just quickly run through the way of manually updating it with the actual updater software. So let's bring you in for a close-up look and see how we get on with this one. So we're going to need some kind of PC. This one I'm using the Lenovo Legion Go. You're going to need a USB cable, so it's micro USB to USB-A for this, and I'm just curious as to if the later firmware version gets rid of these Chinese writing on the switches, or whether we just have to go in and manually overtype everything. But also, it's the first time I've done a video on how to back up the model memories and everything on this thing. So what we're going to do is, we've got this little micro USB and we're just going to plug this into the PL18EV, and you should hear your Windows PC detect it. So first off, we're going to want to go to Flysky's website. If you click on products, and then if we go to Surface, then scroll down, you'll see the Paladin EV. So if we scroll down on here, we've got downloads and upgrades. Click on that and then scroll down. The first one is the firmware. So for this, we're going to want to download it. And then for me, I'm going to stick it on my SD card in my Flysky folder. I'm going to make a little folder for it. So we'll just go PL18EV. And then I'm going to save this software. So that's downloaded. Next, if we scroll down, we've got Flysky Assistant. So if you click on that, download it wherever you want and then just run it. That'll install. While we're on here, you've also got the user manual, which is pretty handy to have. Not seeing any change logs. So we've got release notes for the other firmware, but no release notes for 1030. But you can download your user manual. And it does tell you a lot of useful information in there. But let's get Assistant V3 open. So this, on all the other Flysky transmitters, I mainly just use this for backing up our software. With the transmitter plugged in, it'll detect it. I usually find that on this, they kind of lag on when they put the updates on. So what we're going to want to do is export, load Model TXs. So the only one I've got set up just for something that I'm playing with is the first one. You can just click that to highlight them all. The more you click, the longer it takes to back up. So I'm just going to export the one that I've got something vaguely set on. And then I like to browse to the folder I've just created. So let's have a look, PL18EV. And I'm just going to save it into there. Should have turned that alarm off before we started doing this. But hopefully this will work. If not, the PL18's got nowhere backing up its model memories. So model file exported successfully, and if you just want to check, you can browse to the folder, so PL18EV, and just make sure you've got one of them files set from today. So next thing we can do is check on Assistant. So if we click on update, we can see we're on the RF firmware version is 1.65, the firmware version is 1.0.30, RF library 3. using the RF module FRM301. So if we click on firmware update, we don't need to back up because we've already done it. If we click on update, you get a list of available updates, so we can roll back to 1020, we can go to 1028. So no, they've not added the later version of firmware on here. So if we close Assistant, if we go back to our folder, so where we downloaded it to, so it's Flysky PL18EV, and then we can start up the update software. So on here it says ready for update. So if we just click update, you see it won't actually do anything on the actual transmitter itself. So what we have to do on here, let's see if I can get it focused on screen. So we have to go in and you go to your system. If we scroll all the way down, TX firmware update, yes. So transmitter's now in update mode. So once you've got the transmitter in the update mode, you will hear the actual PC make the USB detection noise again. We can open the firmware updater, you'll see your transmitter detected, and we can click start update. I much prefer using this software than Assistant for updating, one, because it does it so much quicker. So it's definitely a lot quicker to install the update. At the minute we're already up to 41%, and it just seems a lot more stable. I've never yet, from all the Flysky transmitters I've updated, had the update standalone software crash on me. I've had Assistant do it multiple times, but it doesn't always erase your model memories as well. It depends what firmware you're going from. But I'm just wondering if updating this from this latest version of the software, even though it says the same number, I'm wondering if they've fixed the Chinese writing on the actual switches. So let's bring the transmitter back in. Let's see if I can get this to focus. It's a really bright screen on this, so it'll probably blow it out, but it comes back on, tells you to put all the sticks in middle. Then it's telling us to calibrate them all, so I'll quickly go through and just do this. So we've got it all calibrated. It will tell you to update the RF module. And then start using. So now, if we go to our switches, yeah, we've got on and off instead of the Mandarin or Chinese, whichever you like, writing on them. So yeah, if you have got the earlier version of the 1030 software and your switches are all displaying incorrectly, so you don't have the on-off, if you rerun this update, you will get the actual proper on-off. And let's see if it has reset the actual model. I don't believe it has, in fact. If we... no. So this has not reset the model. So it's all still functioning as it should do. If you did need to put your model data back on, so if I quickly, if we close the updater and we go back to Assistant V3, And this is only something you'd have to do if you'd gone from, say, 1020 and going to 1030. Deletes your models. You can then go back into device. You can go to import, load model file, and then we go back to where we've saved it. It gives us the one and only option that I've selected. And then you can click add. You can click on this and move it up and down. And then if we just click right model, assistant crashes. And this is one of the main reasons why I suggest only use Assistant for backing up your model memories. I just don't trust it to be a reliable way of actually updating the firmware. So if we go back through, tell it we want that one back in slot 1. And hopefully we'll get it to complete this time. Luckily this updating process hasn't erased the model memories. Yeah, so this time it's imported it successfully. And then we can just close down Assistant. Hopefully that will come in useful, and it'll help you guys if you've got your switches displaying in Chinese, even though your language is set to English. Just running this firmware updater, looks like they have corrected that, and we do have our switches saying on off, which makes a whole lot more sense. So let's wrap this one up. So there you have it, the wonders of Assistant V3, but a definite way to get these switches displaying on off instead of on off in Chinese. But yeah, just in case you guys are having problems with that, quick guide on how to back up your model memories. It was mainly just me being curious to see if we could actually fix the new digital switches actually saying on off. But I thought I might as well make up a quick guide on how to use Assistant to back up your model memories and restore them. But yeah, the Paladin EV, quite an interesting transmitter. I have been doing a bit of reading up on this, and there's a few things that I'm quite interested in with it. So hopefully we'll have many more videos to come. But thanks again for watching Wtf Rc Cars. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, share to friends and family, and catch you guys again in the next one.